when we last left off, the Blue Empire was expanding its influence and its borders, and now we have arrived here, where we have 30 ships and we can see the Zibal system, which is 7 planets, or we can go to the Dunwich system, but actually we want to go to the Zibal system because of stuff and things and moonbeams. We do need one of these to start building a mobilization center, which is becoming a bit of a problem. I really do need to reinforce these guys, and I can't afford to keep sending in long-range transport waves. So one of you have got to start building things, especially as the closest planet along that axis is there. So let's go for another... Do we have many mobile units yet? No, we don't. They'll come though. So there is another recruit marine army. There are troop frees. You are going to head out to there in 4 turns. You'll get there in 1 turn, but that'll be fine. Continuing on over here, we have our transports, which are heading over to the Paikanari system, and I'm sending them in one at a time because this was my strategy at some stage. Meanwhile, you are doing a little more exploration work, I think. Also, do we have any more... No, don't want ground transports at this stage. Do we have any more task forces? You probably want to know a carrier fleet. Not enough for a wave, but we can build a flotilla anyway. So carrier fleet, carriers, eagles, and scouts. Yeah, that's fine. Right, and they'll head off to there as well, just to reinforce and keep things stable. They have some transports here. They want Hara. They want the Hara system back. You're far too long. You are at least building industry, so what have you actually got here? This is one of the... That's one of the worst planets you could possibly have a command on. It's going to partially bankrupt you, but we can get that done in 1 turn. That's going to help your defences out a bit. And I'm also trying to cut the overall cost. Alright, so you're building up money. That's fine. Yeah, I need to be able to start redeploying things. Right, with all that done, that's the end of turn 104. Right, Assault Paikanari, Assault Zibal. Right, AI-controlled combat there. We're going to control this combat because we do not want them actually unloading any ordnance on this world just yet. Oh, we're defeated again. Let's talk of revolt here because you haven't got any government things planned out. I think that I did that off screen, just planned out that world, but right, it's clearly not enough. So we're gonna have to build another marine recruit army thing. You're gonna arrive there next turn, so that's a double allotment of army. Oh, make sure you stay there. Now, ground transport army don't have any more transports available, or don't have enough certainly. Also, I saw some lower level ones there, so let's go and obsolete them. Quick check on the technology tree here. Did we... Yeah, we're quite close to the next level. We're not there yet. So that's fine. Do we have any troop frees at all in reserve? Not really. Can deploy another task force, but I think we might need that in other places. Right, the FAD system has been explored, and there's not a lot of reason to go there, at least not for our system. Now there is Qing, which I'm considering, but I'm just not sure what they're actually doing there at the moment. And if needed, I can go and sort myself out and get there, so that's fine. Core recruit. Can I build that out of just troop? Nah, I can't really. How many turns would it take for troop 2s to get there? 3 turns. Which I suppose is kind of... It's fine, we can live with that. So, down here, we have 65 ships. 9 turns until that mobilization center is done. Yeah, I'm trying to get the economics a bit better on this now, because it's one of the odd things about this, because it knows how much money it's going to have and various other things. lowering it sometimes does improve matters. But I can get that to 6. Normal economic development. Let's get some of that going. Because we need these infrastructures in place, especially the industries. Our bioharvest is looking a little close, actually. We might be having food issues shortly. Meanwhile, the Zabal system, mostly small worlds, nothing brilliant, I'll be honest, but there's no reason why we can't go and take this system. It's a nice area to take. Your mobilization center is miles away, and yours is 92 turns away. Oh god. Yeah. This is one of the problems. On any other sort of... Yeah, and you could at least have them building ships fast enough, but they just can't do it in this system. Especially not... They can build them on these planets, but then they can't deploy them on those planets. All they can do is their own sort of planetary defense craft if you really want to build those. But then you can't do anything with them. Oh dear. No way. Transport squads are inbound. You'll make it there in 2 to 3 turns. Recon remains there. At least we can deploy ships from here, so we can now launch strikes against this sector, if we so chose to do so. Not going to yet, because that's a few too many enemies for right now. But it's always nice to have the option. It's just a recon with a blood cruiser in. Right, end turn. Right. I don't think we need to assault it, actually. We're just going to blockade... Oh, darn it, I found a Guardian world. Well, I can at least show off what the Guardian looks like, I suppose, and attack the Zabal system. Victory, next... Oh, no. Let's... I'm going to watch it, because there's not a lot of point in doing this. We're going to blockade the planet and try and flee. Now, I'm going to zoom out here, just so the scale of this. That is a Guardian. It has a max range far in excess of ours, double our range actually, and it's already sent waves of missiles and we're dead in the water here. In fact, I think we managed to escape that. I might be wrong. We were defeated anyway, but if we did manage to actually escape the Guardian, that's quite an achievement. Meanwhile, Zabal 2. No, we don't want to do that. No, I'd rather. I don't want to actually I want to actually take the Zabal system intact if I can, as much as possible here. Yeah, we need to deal with the unrest a bit as well. So yeah, they're 3 turns away from actually sending any transports in that's going to be able to try and take things. So I'm just going to blockade that area for now. Right. Well, some of our recon squad did in fact survive. We only lost a couple of scouts, but now we know where. We now know where they are, at the very least. They arrive next turn, they arrive in 2 turns. Army, Marine. Accept. Get down there. Alright, next up. All of that, I think. Aero system, it should be okay. It's going to send another ground transport army. Oh, we don't have transports at all, actually. Alright, more transports required. Where's our major production worlds? Building infantry by the look of it again. Darn you. I do not like you building infantry. I really don't. In fact, there's probably not a lot of point in building troops right now. What do we have in the shipyards? We have a couple of bloods. We could build some colony ships actually, just to see what happens. And I'll build a couple of bases because actually, there's no point in building those either. Actually, build a couple of those. I like my cruiser-sized ships now. We're going to continue our next upgrade for ship. All of the ship designs are going to go up 1 level. So the battle cruisers will advance to... Can I build beyond there? Yeah, they'll go up to battleship size. The Falcons will upgrade. The Eagles will upgrade. The Scouts as well. Carriers. I'm basically going to upgrade all the ships 1 size category, and I'll do this as well, just so that More guns, more health, more. He'd work somehow. In the turn. Right. Assault planet. Assault planet. Victory in both sectors. We have so many troops now. If we do not actually win this... Oh, whoops, I hadn't actually meant to bombard the Zabal system. Oh well. Gained ground. We still aren't actually winning on that 6th system. Mining robots are now done. So that's going to be building on quite a lot of areas now, I think. It's a colony system. Heading out there. Let's go and build another army. You are heading to there. 2 turns, it reckons. Meanwhile, another army here is going to be needed. And we'll have a core as well. Just to be complete. Right, so now that we can regain control of this, actually, is there anything in... No, Fad system had nothing of value whatsoever. So that's really the area we need to defend. Or rather, this system, actually, when he selects it properly. So this is the defended system that we kind of want. It's at least... It's going to be ages away from being able to help a lot of things out. I'm rambling again. Hooray! Rambling. Technology. How are we close to? Armored exoskeleton. Excellent upgrade for battle suits. I'll have to check, actually. Do we have any fighters, fleet, life, Gatling lasers? Yeah, armored units are there. So they're 10 times stronger. Once we can get to there, we're going to start walking all over them again, in theory. No additional beam weapons have been researched, which is a little worrying, but that's one of the weaknesses we have of being a bug race. We're not creative enough to come up with ideas. Yeah, it might actually be faster just trying to crush them. But nope. Control that. Nah, I'm not interested in that at the moment. Alright. I can try. If we do not conquer that planet now, we gain 2 regions. Oh, and they wanted to... They were already at war with us, weren't they? I'm sure they were already at war with us. It doesn't matter. We're taking their major system off of them, so... They can be at war with us all they want. Core, accept. Except I didn't really want that. Let's build 3 of them. Alright, those 3, head out to there. Meanwhile, that's 3 turns away. That's 1 turn away. That has a transport, which is going to be 1 turn away. Ground transport. Cancel. Ground transport. Army. Auto build, accept. Yeah, all of our troops resetting is helping us out a lot, but yeah, 4 turns away. That's too many. Too many by a long way. You're 45 turns away from yours. I'm sure I had someone that was quite close. Maybe the Harris system, actually. Yeah, 3 turns. And since it's been building for a while, I can actually probably speed that up to 2. Just about. I was going to leave it with virtually no money, but, you know, 2. 2 turns. Alright. Assault. Assault. Victory, and they've actually put a force up there, but we deal with it. Excellent. Right, troops in both. Gain ground in both. Okay. Diplomacy. What do you say? Research agreement. We're going to coolly accept that. Because why not? We have actually kind of allies, which is a bit bizarre. But yeah, it's working for us. Technology says we have... Technology says we have it already. Okay, hurrah. Right, so now it is time for the mass upgrading of the fleets. Starting with the colony ship. Colony auto build. So, it actually has quark cannons. Can we actually get away with putting this on a frigate? Maybe not. Special. Colony Bay. Confirm. Nuclear warhead remove. Iron drives, dynamite crystals. Can we get rid of shields? Nope, we can't. It's got to be on a destroyer. Okay. Scout changes, yes. So ion drives, dynamite crystals, and it's going to have some weapons on it for no reason whatsoever. So colony Mark III and confirm design. Mark obsolete. Next thing, we need a long-range attack battleship. Starship. So it's now armed with 6 quark cannons and 4 hard beams on spinal mounts, giving it... We're still not quite there with the range yet, but the weapons at least are reasonable. Class 4 shielding, ECCM, ECM, stealth as well, which is useful. So... Blood, and we're going to skip a version of it because I like to keep mine consistent where possible, even though I know I do have a colony free. These are now all going to be the blood. These are all going to be ship 4s. So we can now mark that as obsolete. Destroyer. We go up to light cruiser now. Long range attack. Yeah, Falcon. Light cruiser, long range attack, and these are now. Oh, actually, we don't have a lot with this. That's really not a lot. Falcons have 3 hard beams and that. The point of being quark cannons are quite useful, but I'm gonna think about some size here, because if we get rid of the ECM and the stealth system, that leaves us with the ability to add. I mean, I've got no argument with the quark cannons on that. It's the hard beams which are the problem. I can cut it down to a class 2 shield standard. No, removing the shield isn't actually enough. Alright, let's actually see what you've actually built on these hard beams. So we improve them, we miniaturize them, we go for a spinal mount, and I can fit more of them. Now true, they're not auto-firing, but they're doing the job. Yeah, auto-fire a double, continuous as well, means it uses up more. That's why Overspace was. Well, it's fine, I don't mind you doing that necessarily, but we're going to have... the majority of them are just going to be miniaturized, improved. And it gives you a few more point defense, anti-missile whatevers here. Except that I removed the shield, didn't I? So let's have a class 4 large. And then I can... Yeah, there's just no need for it, so I'm going to go that way round with it. So, Falcon Mark 4. Yeah, I'm thinking... So the Blood Cruisers will have all of that, but the Falcons, strangely, I think, are going to do as much damage. So Battleship versus Falcons. They do pretty much the same amount of damage, have pretty much the same defenses. The Bloods are slightly better defended, arguably, because they got the ECM and the stealth systems. But... See, now I'm debating doing that again. Now this is where it's going to slow the game down quite a lot, so I'm just going to go and actually upgrade the fleet, and then I'll be back for another 20 minutes or so of this video, so 2 minutes. Okay, and the fleets are now designed, so here we are. The Blood Mark IV, the Falcon Mark IV, and again, they do the same amount of damage, but meh, it's fine, I'm going to have to live with that, I think. Eagle 4, Scout 4, Carrier 4, I have not built an indirect fire attack ship yet. And that's because I haven't actually... I might have done this, but I'm just waiting on some good missiles to come up here, because they have not been upgraded in ages. Hooray for my 30-minute reminder. Well, that's how long it took sorting that out anyway. In any case, yeah, once we get to maybe some better missiles, I might consider having indirect fire ships, but for now they're just not required. So the next thing I need to do is go owned planet by industry, and I need to go to Frisch, for example, and stop it building these silly little things. Well, anyway, the workplace module it does need, because that will sort that out for it, and then it can start building some falcons for me, because we're going to need some. Don't need that, and another falcon. Back. They just default to building silly things. Alright. Oh, actually, that is kind of already building that, so fine, we'll let you off. Our obsolete ships aren't too bad for the moment, it's just obviously we'd prefer to build the proper ones. So getting those two built will allow it to go from size cruiser to size battleship. You can build that. Why are you actually taking so long doing that, actually? Stop there. Normal economic. No, it's not going to sort itself out like that, so fine. Then start building some falcons. We're going to need them. And finally you. We have enough industry there that I can just... Right. You convert to industry, convert to industry, convert to industry. Once you have done that, start building these things. Bigger ships. Frisch has already converted to industry. Build that, then build some... Build a falcon. Yeah, so now we're getting to the 1,000 points and above sort of level. This is doing it in free industry. This is quite a good system then for that. Free industry, and it's my third highest producing area. So this is gonna, I think, jump them. Irindani 2. And stop building carriers, even though they're quite useful things, and start building that, followed by that. Or that, followed by that, whichever way he wants to do it. And finally down to there. So we're below 1,000, that's fine. We'll live with that until it sorts things out. Right, so with all that done, with things now queued up, let us continue the war. With another trained army unit there. We don't have enough transports. Do we have any transports, actually? We do. But not enough that's really going to make a difference. They're all older. Yeah, they're now doubly out of date, those sons. So let's go and scrap that design. And the rest are all probably okay. Right. New turn for battle. Assault the planets. Assault the planet. The victory is ours in both areas. We're going to AI control that, and we're going to control that to stop it bombarding it. Right. AI control. Come on. We have conquered Paikinari 1. Excellent. A system that is actually ours, and it is a rich system. So let's make the most of the mining initially. Do it have a government on it? No, of course it doesn't. Military, recreation, research. Though very, very little in the way of industry actually looking at this. So let's... oh, it does have one. Convert that back to industry then. And then maybe convert that to industry as well. We've lost a region on Zibal. Are we losing the... at least I got some additional forces coming in, but... Darn it. I'm regretting not having a lot stronger forces in this area now. I really am. One turn away from ground transports there. Right, so we no longer need to worry about that. Hooray! We might need to worry about it, but heck, it's gonna be fine. Right. We do have enough squadron. Thank you. Transport capacity needed. One more. Troop free. Excellent. Now that you've got there, we need to start actually... No transports left. No, that's fine then. Suppose I could always build a... Do we have any veteran troops? No. Experienced. Experienced division. Yep, sure, why not? You can go as well. Additional troops are always going to be welcomed there, I suppose. And now that we have one planet down, just 2 to go. And we have some Meklar in the system. Hooray! Right. Now that that's done, end the turn. Right. Assault planet. Assault planet. Victory in both. I'm going to control that because there's no forces there whatsoever. We are going to AI this one though. Next phase. 2 regions. They have declared war on us. Again, I kind of... Oops, phone's going off. I kind of thought we were at war anyway, but... Hooray, look at that. That's just an awesome thing. Right. Experienced Marine Army. Transport Squad still takes 4 turns. But at least I can deploy things that are there now, I suppose. Right. And moving on, that is going to be there shortly. We have enough for that as well, so you're going to get there as well. Right, time to hit them hard now, I think, is the plan here. Also, the other thing I want to do, quickly, thinking about this, is look at our various things here. No, this isn't it. There's a menu I'm looking at, but I can't remember where it is. Oh, there we are. Finance. Right, we're going to adjust our budget to try and deal with some of the unrest issues. So we're going to lose some money from treasury. It'll balance that out automatically for us because it's weird like that and doesn't let you handle economics yourself. It'll work something out. Well, once that's done that... Yeah, you're heading there. Also create, actually... I could go on a dual offensive here and just go the other direction just to try and secure this system. Possibly wiping them out. I'm getting to the sort of point where I want to consider now trying to wipe out their areas. As opposed to just conquering them. Oh, dreadnought-sized ships. We like dreadnoughts. Can't see the next engine tech coming on there. We have battle computers, fighter graviton beam. That's backwards learned because we obviously got graviton beams at some stage. Even though we don't seem to have it. Strange. Oh well. Turn. Yes, 2 things. Assault planet and assault planet. Victory in both. AI control in both. And let's see if we can't... We lost in one, we conquered the other one though. So Zabal 2 is now ours. There are diplomacy messages waiting. A threat. You know, I was wondering actually, that wasn't actually the race that we're with. The Meklars are obviously what we're fighting here, but... Okay. Need more armies. Oh, 1 troop 4. So we now have troop 4s being built rather than the troop 3s, which is awesome. We like, oh dear God, how many colony ships have I got? Right. We'll accept that, as it's not going to slow us down any. Troop 3. Squadron. Need more transport capacity. We obviously do have it somewhere. Accept. Transport squad 2 there. Nah, we're just going to have to take these quite slowly, I think. So, looking at that, we have very rich. So, mining. Government, military, recreation, and over here we want some research, and over here we want some industry. Bioharvest is still okay, so I'm going to have to remember to put some bioharvest on certain worlds, but we're okay generally for the moment. You will be wanting to build a mobilization center as soon as possible, even though I imagine that's ages away, even with industry already pre-built. So if you manage taking the planets carefully, they can sort of then do things, in theory. Let's see, where's that? Yeah, you're not going to be able to do a lot for a while. Alright, end turn. Let's just continue going on and invading worlds, because we can. Right, assault planets. Ooh, we're under attack. I didn't even know where that is. AI control, AI control. We're just going to now start bombarding them. There's no point in just sitting here. We gained one region there, and where is the Furian system? I think I know where. It's here, isn't it? Transport armadas. Alright. Deploy task force then. We want long-range attack armadas. Blood 2, Falcon Freeze. That should be fun. I'm mostly just trying to use up a lot of... Actually, if we make short-range attack... and get rid of some of these eagles. My task force, short-range attack armada. Blood 2s. Let's get rid of the Falcon Freeze for now. Accept. Right. So that seems like a suitable defense there. Now, when I continue playing, we will play. Let's deploy a task force here, which is going to be a wave of carrier ships. 14 Falcon 2s. Actually, can we get away without the Falcons, is what I'm looking at here. No, I can't. I need to have Falcons in there. The escort ring. Accept. Right, awesome. So you continue doing your thing. I'll make another experienced infantry unit. Can I build these out of troop force? Because I might actually get there quicker. For returns, excellent. And finally another one here. Insufficient transports. Can do it if we do that way around. Which I suppose isn't a problem. Right, end the turn. Do the more invasion things. Intercept the fleets. Assault the planets. Their strength there is ridiculous, but it's all transport ships. We should be fine. Air control, air control. Right. We conquered the planet. 2 down, 1 to go. And what's this planet got that's of any real use to us? It is another rich world, actually. There's a government and research already pre-built for us, which is nice of them. I'm going to put some bioharvest on there just because we can. And here we're going to put some more industry, I think. Industry, military. Because we need to keep control of the peoples here. Alright, now they're sending in war fleets. I'm not happy at this. Not particularly, anyway. Meanwhile, another ground transport, which will be an experienced army. Can we build it out with troop 4s yet? No, we don't have enough. Let's keep them back, actually, and go troop free, troop free, troop free, troop free. Yeah, I'm not quite at the point of scrapping ships yet because, oh, look at that. We've got number 22 carrier things here. I can basically make this army ridiculous. Let's not put the carrier 4s in. If possible, I'm not going to put those in either. Ships and that. Scout free, scout free. Alright, they're going to have to be eagles for escorts. And as many of these as I can fit, which is just that. Right, that should be more than a suitable defense of this place, and that's ignoring its defenses it has already. But it could probably do with having some of these built. Jeez, this looks like a planet that should really be producing more industry than it is. In fact, it doesn't seem to have everything finished. It's not actually finished building that. Oh well. Well, that's mostly unfinished. That's quite bad. In fact, actually, we'll change you to government because that'll make things a bit more efficient there, won't it? Right. Yeah, look, that's awesome. The amount of things that are now approaching this area. That little area is going to be ours. Victory and a victory. Air control, air control. They got a lot of buildings on this last one. I'd rather not. Oh, darn it, we're going to be crushed. In a region, though, strangely. Frisch, why are you building things we don't need? Ah. Right. Start building bloods. Because you can. And we might as well. Frisch free is also building loads of marines it doesn't really need. That might not be as good as... No, it's actually still quite a good world, actually, so we'll stick with that. Meanwhile, over here, things are as they are. Right. Yeah, 83 ships. That's enough of a defense there now that they've started having a look with armadas. Those pesky things. Troop 4s. Can I build... Do I have enough troop 4s yet? Not quite. Then, as I say, not going to waste them. We're just going to use our troop 3s again. Well, we still got them. They're still valid. And it's sticking with the plan of just continually sending in wave after wave after wave. Experienced Marine Corps, though, will get there in 3 turns, so it shall. End the turn, and I think this is going to be the final turn of this. Oh, Bellatrix. Where is that? It's at the fleet anyway, so I assume that's its normal defense things that are there. I'm going to have to look at where that was. Alright, assault and 2,000 troops to assault this place. Did they not land any? Well, we conquered that system, and look, it's kept all of its things intact, more or less. Awesome. Let's put a military on there, just in case it doesn't have one already. Military government. Right. So yeah, the subjugators are not going to do any work for us, but that's another system conquered. Now I've just got to clear out the area that's there and head to this sector, which actually we can do next turn, I think. And the slight worry, I suppose, is counter strikes, but we should be right there. Alright, so actually that was a look at the Bellatrix system where we got you sitting guard. It's not the greatest defense in the world, and really that's just looking at the place over here. Might be worth going there, actually. Outdated scout fleet just to see what's there. Might be worth it. Meantime, another army's required here. Why do we not have enough troop 4s yet? Fine, get it. Oops. Transport squad. Yeah, that's the one. Right, you head out there. Next then, we continue on. More conquests, more things. Why do we actually not... We got loads of transport squads there. Why do we not have... Hold on. You move back there. You can join with that one. Why did we not invade that system last turn? Assault. Assault. Blockade. Right. We're going to control this combat then, and we're going to go... Gonna get air control since we don't have any troops there. Land all troops. Next phase. It's ours. Right, this is Zabal 1. And once again, they've declared war on us, strangely. Can't think why they'd do that. I mean, it's not as if we're... Yes, we are. We are totally invading all of their stuff. That's supposed to be government. Industry. More mining. Since we are now well on that side of things now. So that's going to arrive there in one turn. That's going to arrive there in one turn. We have enough to basically take that then. That's arriving in 3 turns. We can probably have another fleet arriving there to join that one. Transport squad will be there next turn. Still got 4 defense things up at the moment. What are the forces in the sector? Belongs to Clacon. Oh, it's the ground units. I should really be getting rid of some of these, shouldn't I? Considering how many of them there are. Oh dear God. Right. Disband, disband, disband. Disband. They'll rejoin the things, obviously, but... Right. Go with that. In space we have a troop transport with 4 ships, which is that which is on its way there, that's why. Alright, so this is an overly long episode of Master of Orion 3. If you're still with me, well done. And we'll have more terrified Marajin mumblings next time. So, until then.